I arrived in Berlin. When I did, I got off the plane, naturally. I went to pick up my checked bag, and I'm waiting there at the conveyor belt, waiting and waiting, probably over an hour. Eventually, I realized I'm at the wrong one. There were two more just around the corner where I thought the exit was. So I get to the right conveyor belt and I see two bags still on it, making laps. Neither one is mine, and at this point I'm a bit worried that maybe someone took my bag accidentally, thinking it was theirs. I eventually decide to leave. My then girlfriend is waiting for me. She doesn't even realize that I don't have my bag with me. So now we try to find the lost and found. Isn't that ironic? We eventually get to the right place, and the whole process there took about 10 times longer than it should have. The woman was very helpful, but very slow. Long story short, my bag hadn't made it to my connecting flight, and it would arrive in Berlin later that evening, but it wouldn't be delivered to me until 2 days later. The woman there asks me for a copy of the key for the lock on the bag, and I give her the only copy that I have. She says it will be returned to me with the bag. We leave the airport, we get to our temporary accommodation, but we have to leave that place right away again to go check out a couple possible long-term places. It was during one of these visits, looking for a long-term place, a couple days later, that someone tells me that I could actually go buy clothes and the airline would compensate me. And this was helpful because I'd been wearing the same pair of underwear for almost 3 days. But I got a new pair. I'll show you. No, I'm just kidding. That's going to be a separate video. This was before I started meditating while washing my underwear by hand, so I hadn't considered going commando at the time. The bag finally arrives, but lo and behold, there's no key for the lock. I contact the airport and they tell me to contact the airline, even after I specifically told them that I had handed in the key to the airport staff when I filled out the lost luggage form. But anyway, at this point I just don't care anymore and decide to go buy a pair of pliers to break the lock. Fortunately, the lock wasn't very strong or thick, so I was able to open the pliers just enough without breaking the zip tie that was holding them shut and break through the lock. And then I was able to return the pliers. Minimalism. Anyway, so here's the broken lock. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus, but I think you can see it. Regarding the new underwear, the airline did compensate me, but not just for the underwear. I bought socks too, but there won't be a separate video about the socks. Oh, and by the way, the person who told me about the airline compensation did not pick me as a roommate. I guess she could sense I had been wearing the same underwear for almost 3 days, and maybe that rubbed her the wrong way. I say discrimination. If you like this video and would like to see more videos about underwear, then you should probably look for another YouTube channel. I'm done talking about underwear for now. However, if you're interested in any non-underwear related topics, then please subscribe.